A very good afternoon to all of you. My name is B. Satish Kumar, working as assistant professor in Department of Computer Science in Silabati Institute of Engineering and Technology. So in this session, I would like to discuss about the control statements or looping statements present in the Python. Okay, so we have already seen about the whatever the looping statement present in the C language. So we will tell with the comparison of the C language. So what are the different looping statements present in the C language? So there are a for loop, there are while loop, and there are do while loop. Whereas coming to the Python, before discussing about the while loop, so let me tell you why these particular looping statements needed in the program. So when you want to execute certain lines of code more than one time, so then in that particular purpose, this particular looping statements is useful. So by using this particular looping statements only, we can perform that particular task. Suppose I want to print my name 100 times in the output screen. So for that purpose, I will do in two ways. So one is so writing 100 print statements in the Python or 100 printf statements in the C language, or we can use the looping statements. Okay, so that is the main advantages of using the looping statements in the any programming language. So we have already know about the looping statements in the C language, that is for loop, while loop, and do while loop. Whereas coming to other things, in the Python, say, so the program statements are executed sequentially one after another. So in some situations, a block of code needs to be executed. Okay, so for that purpose only, this particular looping statements has to be there. So in the Python, we have only two looping statements. So there is only one while statement and one for loop statement only. So we don't have any do while in the Python. So in the C language, we have while, do while, and for but in coming to Python, so we have only while statement and for statement. So next we will discuss about nested loop statements. Okay, so coming to the while, so a while is statement is used to execute some block of code repeatedly as long as the condition evaluates to true. Okay, if the condition is true, then it will keeps on executing the statements one time. So next after that, it condition after executing the statement, that is the statements are present in the body of the loop. That's why so after executing the statements then afterwards it will check the condition, that if the condition is true, then again it will execute the loop. So until the condition is true, so it's keep on executing. It might be one time, it might be two time, until the condition is true. If the condition is false, then the set of statements, the particular control is exit from that particular while loop. So if you look at the control flow diagram of the while loop, so the control will enters first, and it will test the test expression. So text expression, or we also call it as a conditional expression. So it will evaluate the conditional expression. So if the condition is true, then the body of the while will be executed. So in the particular body of the while, so we have more than one statement. Okay, so after executing the body of the loop, again the control will go to the the testing condition, test expression. So again it will test the expression. If the expression is true, then again the body will be executed, and after the body will be executed, next it will goes to the next one, that is test expression. Okay, test expression. So if now the condition is false, then it will exit from the loop. So this is about the control flow diagram of that particular loop. Next, coming to the syntax in the Python. So while syntax for the Python, so we have already seen about the conditional statements, that is if statement, if else statement, else if statement, all these statements. So if you know about that particular statements, then it is very easy to learn the syntax of the while loop. So here the while space expression, here expression means conditional expression. The while is the keyword which is present, which is a part of 33 keywords present in the Python. Okay, so here in the expression, so if the after the expression immediately we have to place the colon. So after the colon, so the next in the next line we have to write the statements whatever need to be executed if the condition is true. So that is called the body of the while statement. So if the particular body of the while contains more than one statement, it has to be properly indented. So here there is no concept of braces. So in the Python, in the C language, we use the braces. That is opening brace and closing brace. Whatever the statements we need to execute it, we will write within that particular braces only. So in the Python there is a no concept of braces. That's why we here need to do proper indentation. So what is meant by indentation? Indentation is nothing but so giving space, some space from the starting of the line. So that is called indentation. So how to do indentation, how to follow indentation means, so you can give space by either using the space bar in the keyboard, or you can use indentation by using the tabs. So by default, if you press the tab, then it will count as a 4 spaces. Where if you want to edit the number of white spaces for one tab, then you can edit, you can customize the tab also. But the most important thing is here, you have to think that you have to do proper indentation. Okay, so whether you will give one space, then please follow the remaining statements also one space. Whether if you give 2 spaces, please follow the remaining statements in the body of the loop also 2 spaces. Okay, so this is about the while loop. Okay, here one more thing is in the while loop we have also else part. So we will see later of the while part. So now we will see the example about this particular while loop. Here in this example we have 2 things. One is finding the factorial of a number. Second one is finding the sum of the number. So the logic of the thing is always same. So whether it is a two different programs, but the logic is different. First of all, we need to enter. We want to take input from the user. So here the user might be. So user will give the input, that input will be saved into the number. So number is the variable, that is the Python variable. Next we are going to declare some 2 numbers. First is fact equal to 1 in order to store the computed value in the computed value. That is so for example, I want to calculate the 5 factorial, that is 5 into 4 into 3 into 1. So 5 into 4 first I will calculate. So the resultant of the 5 into 4 multiplication, I want to store in the some temporary variable. That temporary variable is factorial. So the fact equal to 1. So now I am also giving I equal to 1. Here I is nothing but the looping variable. So like we have seen in the C language, while we are dealing with the looping statements, we need to declare the loop control variable. So here I is the loop control variable. So here now I am going to use the while loop. Here the while is the keyword. So I less than or equal to number. So I less than or equal to number. I am comparing the I. Here I is 1 and less than or equal to number. So here in the number, let us say the user has entered 5. Okay, so that is I less than or equal to 5. Next, fact equal to fact into I. So now we will calculate fact equal to fact into I. Now the factorial, in factorial there is 1 is there, 1 into 1. So 1 into 1, the result is 1. 1 is stored in the fact. Next we will update the looping variable, that is I equal to I plus 1. Okay, that means I equal to I plus 1. Now since the condition is not false, now the control again goes to the loop condition. Next the I will becomes 2. So 2 less than or equal to 5. The loop will be executed again. Next now the I will becomes 3. So 3 less than or equal to 5. Next I will become 4. 4 less than or equal to 5. Now I will becomes 5. 5 less than or equal to 5. Next afterwards I will become 6. So now the condition is false. After the condition is false, the control will be exit from this particular while loop. Next so this particular print statement, the entire factorial, whatever the value will exist in this particular factorial will be printed. So the same logic is applied here also. So instead of factorial equal to 1, we are declaring sum. So sum equal to 0. So whatever the sum, we need to calculate from n natural numbers. So this is the program. Okay. Next, so while loop with else block. So this is the new concept that was introduced in the Python. We never see the else block with the while loop in the C language. So in the C language, the else is used only with the if only. So but in the Python, this particular else will be used with while loop and as well as for loop also. Okay, so we can have an optional else block with that particular while loop. So we can use else block with the while loop also. The else part is executed when will be expulsion is executed. So the else part is executed if the condition in the while loop evaluates to false. Okay, condition in the while loop evaluates to false. So that means if the while condition is false, actually what will happen, it will terminate from the loop and it will goes to the immediate statement after the loop, right? So here, so it will goes to else part. Okay, so the while loop can be terminated with a break statement. So in such a case, the else part is ignored. So when you use a break statement in the body of the while loop, then there is no else part will be executed. Okay, please remember this point. So when you not use the break statement, then only the else part will be executed. So hence the while loop else part runs if no break occurs and the condition is false. In while we can use break and continue statements. These are the passing statements. So we will see this particular break and continue statements in the next session. Okay, so if you look at this particular diagram, break and continue. So break means what? So the break means it terminates the terminates from the loop. So when the break statement occurred in the body of the loop, any loop, that is while loop or for loop, so it will terminates the loop. So next continue means it will terminate. It actually not terminates. It will skips the current iteration of the execution. So current iteration of the, for example, look at this particular example. Here I am giving count equal to 5. I am going to print the condition, that is while count greater than 0. So that is the condition is true, that is 5 greater than 0. I want to print, so print welcome. So the welcome is printed. Next I am going to decrement the count variable, that is count minus 1 equal to kind 1. Next I am also writing the else part. So this is very new to new in the Python. So all of you please be cautious while writing the while loop. Okay, so else part we are printing some statements to the user, that is exiting the while loop. So if you run this particular program, so the while loop will print 5 times the welcome. So after the condition is fail, so condition is fail, the immediate else block is executed, that is exiting the while loop will execute. For example, if there is a break statement in the count after the count minus 1 equal to 1, there is a break statement, then what will we do? So this particular last statement, what is that last statement? The exiting the while loop will not going to be printed. Okay, so for example, if any continue statement is present after the count minus 1, then so instead of 5 welcomes, only 4 welcomes are printed. Okay, next about for loop. So this is the second control statement in the Python. Here for loop is used for iterating of sequences. So sequences is the one of the data type which is present in the Python. So the sequences are nothing but the list, tuples, directories and sets or strings. Okay, so whatever the things, that is list, tuple, directory, dictionaries, sets or strings. So with the for loop we can execute a set of statements once for each item in a list. Okay, so for example, so this is entirely different from the C language. So we can write the program by using same logic by using for loop, same logic by using while loop, same logic by using do while loop in the C language. But here the particular for loop is entirely different in the Python. So here the syntax of the for loop, for I in sequence. So the sequence might be a list, a sequence might be a tuple, sequence might be a dictionary, sequence might be a set, sequence might be a string. Okay, so next after the successful thing, the body of the for will be executed. So if you look at this particular example here, I am considering the list, that is number equal to 653842541. Okay, so now I am storing the variable into sum, that is sum equal to 0. So I want to add all the elements that which is present in the list called numbers. So for that purpose, so I am using the for loop. So here for val, so here val is nothing but the looping variable. So val in number, so here number is nothing but the sequence, number is nothing but the list. So immediately after the number, so we have to place the colon. So this is must and should. So after that, we follow in the while loop, here we also follow the proper indentation. Okay, so whether it might be a single statement or multiple statements, we have to follow the proper indentations. That is sum equal to sum plus val. So if you run the particular program, so this will shows the sum is 48. Okay, so this is about the control statements, that is while and for loop in the Python. So thank you so much.